Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, the Kangaskhan from NYC Razor here, and I am finally back. I had some computer issues over the last couple days. I've been keep getting BSOD, blue screen of death, so I had to put my computer in the shop for a little bit, so I haven't been able to upload on time. But I am recording it now. It is going to go up today as I am recording it. And this week, it is week 3 of the NPL, and we are playing Schady of the Bayern Mewnich. Schady being my best friend in all of Germany, the best Shaw Daddy. It's a very exciting match for me. I am going to have his team right here on the screen as we go through the team building, so you guys can see just what we're up against. He is the Mega Kang team, which is very scary. Mega Kang, Z Volcarona is very threatening. Seismitoad walls a good amount of my team. Comfy's always a threat. Comfy is the biggest threat on that team. Shaman is pretty scary. Skarm is very bulky. Latias is very scary as well. I don't really have much for Latias. So, before we go into the team, this game of the NPL is sponsored by Chicago BEWEARS products. Or the official stress ball of the Chicago BEWEARS for those hacksy games that you just can't beat. Alright, and now that we have product advertising out of the way, let's go to the team builder. So, first off, we have Just Incredible, the Mega Latios, of course, Calm Mind Roost, Psyshock, and Dragon Pulse, with the max speed, max special attack. I don't think I really need to be bulky, and if I have the max speed, it's easier for me to just outspeed the Latias, or speed tie with the Latias means max speed, which is a very big threat. And then Calm Mind, if I can get a Calm Mind up on something on his team, and then I can just hit so much harder. Roost, I have good recovery. I don't think I need really any bulk for this kind of set. If I just run the max speed for the Latias, and then the max special attack, if I get a Calm Mind up, everything on his team either gets 1 or 2 shotted by Psyshock or Dragon Pulse. So I think this set is actually pretty good. Then we have You'll Be Sorry, the Thunderous Therian, which is a pretty weird set, but I think this set is good against the team, especially for the Volcarona, which is very scary. Thunderbolt, Fly, Focus Blast, and Knockoff with Flynium Z. I am putting more emphasis into special attack because I do think that Thunderbolt and Focus Blast should be hitting harder. Knockoff is mostly for utility, and an 8 attack Flynium Z Fly from the Thunderous Therian still does a lot. It still OHKOs a Volcarona, I believe, if it's not Koba, which I don't think it will be. And then things like Focus Blast for Kang, Thunderbolt for everything else. You know, I think it's a very good set all around. We're not bringing Sit Up Dundee this time, so maybe this set will be better, or maybe we'll just have to go back to Sit Up Dundee T with Agility or Nasty Plot. We'll see. Then we have Frankly My Dear, the Fortress Rocky Helmet made specifically for this Mega Kang. I know Mega Kang does get Fire Blasted. That is something that we have to be weary of. I have Toxic Spikes, because Toxic Spikes is actually very good against this team. Unless he brings Iron Ball Wheezing or Defog Latias, he can't really get rid of the Toxic Spikes. And getting the Kang, the Seismitoad, like the Heliolisk, the Pangor, anything on his team, if I can get it poisoned or toxic with the Toxic Spikes, that's really good. Stealth Rocks, very good damage. For anything that wants to just come in normally. Rapid Spin, if he wants to bring Skarm and get his own hazards up, I can just Rapid Spin them away. And Volt Switch, again, if it's Skarm or anything but Seismitoad, I believe, I can Volt Switch on it and get out of there, which is very good. Then we have Sayonara, the Mienshao. Choice Scarf with Regenerator, U-Turn, High Jump Kick, Knockoff, Rock Slide, very standard set. I do have Rock Slide over Stone Edge because I don't really want to miss. And Rock Slide still does very good damage to the Volcarona. It still kills. So I don't really think I need to opt for Stone Edge in place of that if Rock Slide still does the damage. Then we have Philippe D. Bird, the Aerodactyl, which is a pretty weird set. It's enough speed to outspeed Floatzel. HP invested max attack with Charty Berry for a possible HP Rock. I don't think from Volcarona, I don't think it's something that's useful, but Roost talks. Oh wait, this is wrong. So I my computer, all my team, all my stuff on my computer got wiped. So this team got wiped. So I just remade it to record the video. If you saw that right there, that was one of the moves that I was debating putting on it when I was first building the team. I put Toxic on it. It's Roost, Taunt, Toxic, Rock Slide. This can basically wall Discarm and anything that he wants to bring for utility or setup, pretty much. Getting a Toxic off on stuff is also very good. Taunting the Scarm, roosting up, being able to Rock Slide the flinch, and hit the Volcarona as well. If Volcarona does carry HP Rock for Thunderous, Schady Berry, Aerodactyl, yay. And then we have Colin Ambulance, the Entei, with Lychee Berry, Sacred Fire, Natural Gift, Extreme Speed, and Stone Edge. Just max, pretty standard. The reason we have Lychee Berry is because Lychee Berry, Natural Gift, is grass. He has a Seismitoad. My plan with this Entei is to bait out the Seismitoad with a Sacred Fire or a Stone Edge or anything, and try to get the Lychee Berry Natural Gift onto it. I do expect Rindo Berry Toad. I do really expect it, so I want to be able to weaken it before I do that first, because I don't know if this kills max HP or max defense Toad through Window Berry. It pretty much basically depends wholly on his set how much this Lychee Berry Natural Gift would do, but I don't think it's a very good set. Before, this set was actually a Zoom roll with Lychee Berry Natural Gift. I think the Entei is a little bit better for this matchup. So I am going to be running the Entei instead of the Azu this week. And that is going to be the team for Schady. I know this is a little bit of a quick video, but I do need to get this up, and I don't really have that much time to record today. So I am going to go through this team builder a little bit quickly than I usually do, but it should be fine. I will see you guys next when we get into the battle. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the battle. As I said, this week we are going to play NPL Season 7, Week 3 against Schady, my best friend in all of Germany, and his Bayern Mewnich, which is a very scary team with Mega Kang and Aladias and all this stuff that you see on the screen. And his team, honestly, is a pretty bad matchup for me, I'd say. Monwai, because he does have a lot of answers to my team in terms of walls and offense. But I do think that we can pull through. As you can see in the layout right now, we are currently 1-1 +1 with a 2-0 victory last week against Bird. Hopefully we can keep that streak this week. And just going over his team right now, Floatzel is a very big threat. My Fortress is pretty much the only thing that I have for his Floatzel, and the Thunder is starting to extend. Floatzel's a lot faster than I actually thought it was before going into this match at base 115. I didn't think Floatzel was actually that fast, so my only real answer to it is the Fortress, but I do think that he is packing HP Fire on the Floatzel if it does come out. Weezing is very scary. Weezing has Flamethrower, it has Sludge Wit, has Sludge Bomb. It can pretty much toxic anything on my teammate. The only things I really have to break it are the Thunderous and the Latios. Mega King I feel like I can deal with pretty well. I have the Fortress, and if it has Fire Blast, I can go into Arrow and I can Toxic it. Or I have my Choice Scarf Mienshao. I have Focus Blast on Thundy. I think I'm pretty good for it. Seismitoad's pretty scary. I do have the Lychee Berry on the Entei to try to catch it out. I do have Toxic on the Aerodactyl. I have Toxic on the Fori. And I do have the Z-Fly on the Thunderous T, which is actually pretty good to damage if it's not full Fizz Def. Even the Mienshao with the high jump kick still does a lot to it. Latias I don't have much for. Pretty much just the Aerodactyl. I can't really do anything with Fortress against Lati. I have Knockoff on the Thundy T. I have the Latios with the Dragon move. And then Pangoro. Pangoro I didn't really expect to come. I would have expected more of a Volcarona. But Pangoro is here. I can pretty much gold that with Fori. So I don't think Pangoro is that big of a threat. So So we will get into this battle, but once again, this game is sponsored by Chicago BEWEARS merchandise. Get your stress balls today for those long, haxy, annoying games that you just can't beat. So, starting off, I'm going to lead with Sayonara de Mienshao, as he does lead with his Seismitoad. I don't really want to predict anything on turn 1, so I am just going to go straight for an HJK, because I don't want Seismitoad staying up. He is just going to go into Wheezing. I should have U-turned. So, because I didn't U-turn, he is going to be able to get Rocky Helmet damage off of me, but I do have Regenerated, but he's going to be able to Toxic my Latios, which is pretty big. Here, I'm just going to go straight for a Dragon Pulse, because I see no reason to go for a Psychic against that. And this is where I made a very big misplay. I knew he was going to be Scarf Pangoro. Like, that was definitely in the back of my mind. That was my instinct, that he was Scarf Pangoro. So I really wanted to switch into... My first instinct here was to just switch into Fortress. But another part of me second-guessed myself and believed that he was going to go for Parting Shot. And for some reason, I decided to stay in, predicting that he would Parting Shot out on the expected Fortress. But Knockoff definitely was the best play there to get rid of any item that my Fortress was if it did switch in. So there I just made a really bad misplay, so I'm going to be able to kill the Pangoro, but my Latios is going to go down to toxic damage now, which is very bad, and it wouldn't have happened if I just U-turned turn 1 with Mienshao instead of going for HJK. I want to HJK because if I went for U-turn, I was thinking he may get easy rocks up. But here I'm going to go into my Thunder team. I'm going to go Knockoff on the Latios, and it's going to get rid of its Colbur Berry. Which is pretty okay. And I don't have a switch-in for offensive Latios, so my only switch-in there was the Arrow. I am going to go for a Toxic here to get the Seismitoad, which is actually very nice, but there's nothing here that I can really switch into this thing. I am going to go into Thunder T on the rocks, but I don't have anything on the Thunder T to actually touch this thing. I'm going to go for another Knockoff to get rid of the Rindo Berry, the expected Rindo Berry and the Seismitoad. He is going to switch into Latias, and now here, I didn't expect Latias to be that speed investment and take only that little from the knockoff, from the Colberry knockoff. I guess Latias is a lot bulkier than I give it credit for, but I really did not expect it to have enough speed investment to outspeed my Thunder T. I really did not. So here, I'm going to make the mistake of going for my Z Fly, because I knew I could kill it if it was max efficacy that did 66. And even if it was more defensive, I still would have been able to kill. But he's going to be able to be faster than me and just roost off all the damage I can. So this Latias is pretty much single-handedly 1v1 in my team right now. So I'm going to switch into Aerodactyl because I really have no other switch-ins to this. My one place is just try to Toxic this thing. Here, I believe I'm going to go for a Roost to try to... Because I knew I was faster than the Latias. I wanted to try to get damage off on me or Toxic me or do any sort or anything of the sort. He's going to go Seismitoad. I'm going to Rock Slide to try to get the flinch. He goes for Scald. He doesn't get the burn, which is very good for me. And now my only play here is to just kind of roost out Toxic damage. But right now, I'm in the range of a Scald killing me through Roost. So my play here is to just try to Rock Slide flinch to get the poison damage off. And I do get the flinch when I need it. Now I need to go for another one to try to kill this Seismitoad. But this time I'm not going to be able to get the flinch, and my Aerodactyl is going to be able to go down. But I am taking the Seismitoad out with me, which is pretty good. But right now, my biggest issue with this team is the Latias. Here, I don't know why I did this play. I knew Mega Kang would be carrying Fire Blast. I guess I just expected him to go for something else, knowing that I thought he had Fire Blast. But he is just gonna go for Fire Blast here, and for some reason I stayed in with the Fortress, and it goes down, and that's pretty much everything that I have to take this thing and the Floatzel on down. And then I'm going to miss the Focus Blast here with the Thundy T, which is pretty big because I would have gotten a lot of free damage off on this Mega King, even possibly killed it, I believe. So that miss is just going to cost us some differential. This thing's falling apart to redo it. But that is going to cost us a little bit of differential. So here, I'm just going to go into my Entei. I know it doesn't outspeed the Mega Kang, but I do live the return, and the Lychee Berry gives me the +1 attack. I forgot Lychee Berry did that. I go for the Sacred Fire, and I miss the 5%. Huzzah! 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 Okay, but in all fairness, I did deserve to lose that game. I did play very, very badly. I got a little bit of hacks in my favor. He got his at the end where it did count for the differential. My only play here with the Mienshao is to just keep going for HJKs. There's nothing else I can really do. So that's going to be game. We are going to be losing 4-0 to Schady. So that means we are going to be 1-2 minus 3, which is very unfortunate. But I did play that game very badly. I'm a very instinctive player usually. I usually go by my first impression of the play, what I think is going to happen. This game, I double-guessed myself a lot on what he was going to do, even though I knew what was coming most of the time. So, and that hurt me a lot. And those misses at the end cost me a lot of differential because I believe the Focus Blast would have killed. That Sacred Fire would have killed. And I would have just saved myself a little bit of differential. Floatzel or Latias still cleaned me up in the end, but I would have been able to save at least a little bit. But good game to Schady anyway. I just played that really badly once again. But very good game to him. And that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Make sure to beat up that like button down below. Leave a comment in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more NPL Chicago BEWEARS content. Go subscribe to Schady. He's a great battler. He's a very good friend of mine. Go make sure to check out the NPL channel and all the other majors and minors coaches in the NPL. Have a nice day, guys. I'm gone.